So I've had quite a few small engines pile up that I have to get rid of. So let's see how many of these I can get running today. There's one steel backpack blower. This is for a customer. Troy-Bilt push mower, Craftsman self-propel mower, and a Husqvarna string trimmer. And I also have a couple more blowers and I think another push mower. This is all washed off. Now let's start figuring out what's wrong. That's no good. Let's get this pull start off of here. Looks like it works. So it's a couple weeks later. I was thinking about this mower and I figured out what the problem was. So the old the old recoil and the new recoil are different. They updated the style for some reason. So the guy who I got it from bought this recoil, which was the right part for this mower, but the cup was the older style. So I got the new cup. I think it's part number 593960. Here's what it looks like. 15/16, all of these mowers are all 15/16. So here's the old cup and the new one. Don't forget this metal washer. And torque it to about that much. Because if you don't get these bolts tight enough, they will shear the flywheel key. It's more important on the riding mowers, like the Intech engines, but it'll still happen on these. So there we go. Now it goes back in. Perfect. Well, alright, I got the cover back on. Now it should fire up. Actually, let's check the oil. Yeah, oil's good. You're not going to be able to see much. I always check to make sure that deck's not set too low. Don't My dad will get mad at me for scalping the lawn. Now that we know this is a good mower, let's do a quick tune-up. Already got the spark plug out. It's a RC12YX Champion. That crosses over to NGK BPR6ES. Now we'll do air filter. This air filter, you can get more life out of it, but it's pretty dirty and oily. Someone had tipped this over on the wrong side. Clean out some of the gunk. This is why it's good to keep parts on hand. Common parts. Some people ask which parts to keep on hand, and it's all just like once you get experience and know like what's common in your area, you'll know what you use a lot of. Sometimes it's good to like look at what's for sale in the Home Depot, just so you know what you'll see. Now let's get this oil drained out. The fluid extractors are nice for doing this, but I don't have one, so this is the next best option. This works just fine. Soil isn't even that dirty, but when you sell it, it's a good thing to say. Say you just did a tune-up and oil change. While it's tipped over, we can check the blade again, even though I washed it. It all looks good. This blade's plenty sharp. No need to take it off. This is the lowest point, so all the oil gets drained out. Running 1030. Just kind of go off how much came out. About a quart, maybe. A little low. Boom, right on the money. Alright, this mower's all tuned up. fixed up, ready to be sold. Now let's fix the next thing. Now let's move on to this Husqvarna Trimmer. Let's take off this top cover so we can get to the spark plug. I hear the spark. Oh, the air filter looks pretty good. Try and figure out what's wrong with this handle too. This rubber isolator is supposed to be in there. Alright, that handle's fine. It's just gonna have to be how it is. Now let's take the carb off. Well, I just looked and I don't have a gasket kit for this, but I think we can get it apart without breaking the gaskets. Alright, I'm gonna send the carb to the ultrasonic cleaner. Just gonna put it in there for 10 minutes. And also make sure you clean out the screen. These screens can get gummed up with stuff so small you can't even see it. Once you get it clean, pop it back down. Now, put the needle in. Make sure the needle is clean. Put the spring in. Once you get the needle and spring in there. You need to use one of these tools to set the lever at the right height. So it's too low now. So you can just gently pry a little bit more. And that's perfect. You want it just rubbing. Let's get the new fuel line in. This is the old one. And I don't have any more new filters, new two-stroke filters, so I just cleaned out this old one. And I'll reuse it. I'll have to order some more of those though. Thing is, I usually try and not work on these two strokes because usually they're more hassle than it's worth. Like, you spend all this time cleaning the carb and everything, and it's only worth $40. The fuel filter in there is too big. I'm gonna have to tune the carb. Start off with raising the idle a little. You want it to be just low enough that the head isn't spinning, but not too low that it doesn't want to run. I got it tuned a little bit better. Let's see if it trims. I have my safety pants on. Now I've been meaning to fix this PW80 for a while. The carb needs to be rejetted, and it needs a silencer on the back. Here's the parts: new silencer, spark plug, and a different size jets. And it looks like I'm going to have to build a bracket to hold the silencer. So let's get started on that. Alright, version 2 of the bracket. Got the new spark plug in. Let's see if it still runs. Yeah, it still only wants to run with the choke on. Let's try and put some bigger jets in. Look at that, there's tons of gunk in there. That's no good. So all you do to take the bowls off of these is just pop it off the intake and make sure you shut off the fuel, and don't pull it too far, otherwise you'll pull the oil line out. And to get the oil line back on the other side is a pain. So it looks like the pilot's jet's clogged anyway. I don't see a drop of light through that. So that's not helping it either. Alright, let's get the main jet out. I'm just gonna use this one. It looks a little bit bigger. It's kind of annoying how you go on Amazon and look up the carburetor number, and this is an OEM Mikuni carburetor. And the kits say they fit this type of carburetor, but they don't. Carb all back together. Let's see what happens. Wait for it to fill up. is just sitting on the muffler. We have to put a little air in the back tire. And other than that, it seems to work great. I think I can lower the idle a little. I'll put some air in the back tire now. As you can see, I put a new tire on the back of the PW80. Turns out the old rim was cut and the tire had some pretty bad cuts in the sidewall. So I just decided to replace it. New tire and tube. The one in the front's fine. Let's see if it fires up. Bike's pretty fun. Alright, this bike's all fixed. Some things I'll do in the future. Get the handle to match here, and then get some plastics that are better. I mean, these plastics, like, they're not cracked or anything, but they kind of look bad with the paint. So new plastics will definitely make it sell more, and the plastics come with the seat. This seat just has the zip tape and then like cardboard on the inside. But other than that, this is all good. So I figure I'll just add this into the video. I need to fix these bolts holding on the battery cover. Right now there's just a couple like random screws holding the battery cover on, but they don't really do a good job. Actually, there's only one screw holding it. See, all of these metal clips, except for the bottom two, fell off. Actually, just the bottom one. So I got these 5/16. These will work a lot better. Alright, I got them all in. I think I'm gonna have to use these shorter bolts. I found this 1/2-inch nut driver, just extra in the garage, so I'm just gonna leave it in the toolbox of this 4-wheeler. Alright, that's much better. This is all fixed, ready to use. Alright, now let's see if we can get this Steel BR 420C blower going. First, check for spark. From what I remember, I think this blower, I could get it going putting the drill on there, but not by hand. So let's see what we can do. The nice thing about these spark testers is you can just clamp anywhere. You don't have to put it on the spark plug. Oh yeah, plenty of spark. If you do a lot of work on steel, or not just steel, but chainsaws and other little 2-stroke stuff, you should probably get one of these Torx screwdrivers. I need a bigger one for these, but it works. Air filter looks about perfect. As you saw, I finished rebuilding the carb. I had it in the ultrasonic cleaner for 20 minutes, and then it was just sitting in the fluid for a couple days because I had other things to do. So let's get this put back together. Alright. I want to change the fuel line too. So let's get it pulled out of there. I'm just going to reuse the fuel filter because I don't have any more. I'm going to blow it out though. Lube up the new fuel line. Cut it at an angle too. So it turns out the throttle cable came unhooked on the carburetor. Here we go. Let's move on to this Toro. It's a Toro 22-inch with a Briggs motor, this type of one with this flat air filter. I had worked on this earlier in the summer. It's currently October. I think I fixed this in April or May, but it's hard starting. So I suspect the gasket between the primer. A lot of people ask what tools they should get if they want to get started fixing mowers. Basically, see this Craftsman set, I forget how much this costs, like $20 to $30. You don't even have to buy this. This is a nice set because, like, don't go and buy the Craftsman one with the 10-piece one. No, that's a bad idea. This one is the smallest package with the most amount of sockets in it. And you don't want any skips. There's no skips. So basically all you need is a set of screwdrivers, a set of sockets like this, and then a set of 3/4 sockets for like head bolts and other miscellaneous things. A basic set of pliers, and a 15/16 socket for the flywheel nut. And then like a pry bar and a hammer and maybe a strap wrench for keeping the flywheel still when you're taking off the nut if you don't have a impact. So as far as parts, when you buy like an air filter, get like a 2-pack or a 3-pack because it always stinks. When you're in the middle of fixing something, you kind of want to fix it that same day. When you have to stop and buy a part for it, it can kind of be put aside and you'll forget about it. Here's your gasket. So this gasket is a part that I know I need a lot of, so I buy like a 10-pack of them. Alright, let's see if it starts. Well, it still takes a little to get going. This mower definitely does not have the highest compression. So it's all fixed. So this mower's all fixed. It's got a bagger. That's nice. That usually increases the price. I'll probably list this for $100. Doesn't have self-propel. Maybe, yeah, $100 is probably good. These Smart Stone mowers are nice too. Every single mower should be built with these handles so you can fold it down quickly. Anyway, this video is probably pretty long at this point, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching, and look forward to the next videos. Trailer's out right now. I'm gonna go pick up a Oliver 70 tomorrow. Well, see you in the next one.